Well, one Robot Master left, so I think it's crystal clear who we're going for in this episode. Alright, it's Crystal Man. I don't know if I would say I saved the worst for last, but, I don't particularly like Crystal Man. Let's see where to start. Well, the music, unfortunately, is another one of those that I just find kind of meandering and forget about the moment it leaves my ears, so there's that out of the way. I'm not fond of the song. The stage looks fine. Reminds me a little bit of Gemini Man's stage, in that it just looks weird, kind of alien, but I do think it looks kind of neat. The one problem is I have no clue where we are. I guess it's, I don't know, Crystal Factory? I don't know what's up with the stuff in the background, but I'm sure it helps crystals or whatever. They're crystal machines in glass tubes. What are crystal machines? Make crystals. Anyway, Gravity Hold is meh. If an enemy is weak to it, then you can one-hit kill it pretty easily. If the enemy isn't weak to it, then you are going to be using a very inefficient weapon to attempt to one-hit kill an enemy, and as you might have noticed with these, I guess, Crystal Joes, it kind of got wasted. I did not really do much of any damage, and unfortunately I did not launch them skyward. I will say though, it's not terribly useful, but I do really like the effect of Gravity Hold. How if you actually manage to kill something, it just flies into the sky. It's great. You just completely disassociate them with gravity. It's funny to look at least. If nothing else, unfortunately, yet again I should reiterate, I don't particularly know enemy weapon weaknesses all that well. Like, I don't even really know the boss weaknesses unless I'm actively looking at them, so no chance I'm gonna know what to use on enemies specifically. It's more of like a muscle memory thing or something like that, where it's just like, ah, here's that enemy. Last time I tried to run this stage, I don't know, Metal Blade did not affect them very much, which is patently untrue because Metal Blade is strong against everything, but you get the point, you know? Like, I do not specifically remember damage values, I'm just like, I think this one's not as useful. So anyway, we got the V for Mega Man 5, which means we have a new ability, which I'm not really going to show off all that much. I'm not going to show it in this stage. Basically, we have a new animal-shaped robot buddy. I guess I'll leave it at that since we're pretty much at the end of the stage. And here's Crystal Man. Crystal Man fucking sucks because of this power. His Crystal Eye ability is really hard to deal with. It slows down the game first and foremost, but in addition, it is just really hard to manage yourself and your movement when they're bouncing all around. You could probably get a decent idea of how they're going to move, but I don't really see how that's going to help when fighting him. Because when you're in the middle of fighting him, you also have to worry about him just shooting you with a bullet. And quite frankly, I do not know how to manage this fight well. Of course, this is the successful run. You don't want to see the rest of the runs. They were all shit shows. This is not an easy fight to handle. I don't like any part of it. And as for his design, Crystal Man's fine. He's not one of my favorite Robot Masters in the game design-wise, but, you know, he looks fine. Something something open up my crystal eye because I'm Mr. Brightside, I guess? I don't know. Look, I'm just fishing for puns because now that we're done with Crystal Man, next time on Mega Man 5, we get to go fight Proto Man, or at least his house.